just absolutely make sure you guys get to the end of the episode today. There is a big announcement that we have at the very end. So make sure you guys watch to the very end of the episode. Make sure that you soak it all up at the end. So
drink it all up.
If you want to know what the future of Drunken Ship's going to be, make sure you please get to the end of the episode. If you don't even want to watch the episode, that's fine. Just skip to the end.
Yeah.
So you guys can see what the future of Drunken Ship holds for you guys.
Absolutely.
All right. Enjoy the episode.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Wait.
We did it.
Do it on. Never mind.
Episode 100.
We said it once or whatever.
All right. Let's go on 3. All right. We're all going to say the theme song on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Theme song. Ooh, first try?
Yeah.
First try Andy
We're
with that?
synced.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I should have got a bunch of cosplayers again and had them run in here like, I think so.
Welcome back to the Drunken Ship podcast, everybody. This is episode 100.
One hundo.
The final episode.
The final episode.
The final boss.
It's fucking crazy that we've been doing this for... We're just gonna talk about Drunken Ship and like reminisce and chat. I feel like that would be sweet given that it's our 100th episode.
100 weeks.
100 weeks.
It's more than 100 weeks. Well, it's 100.
Well, it's 100 weeks of us like
100
recording
weeks.
In,
Yeah, 100 recorded weeks.
2 years.
Yeah, that is pretty much 2 years.
How many weeks are in a year, right?
52.
52.
Yeah.
Actually, can we start I want to start the podcast off like this.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of it right here. How do you start a podcast? That was the very first thing I said when the actual like first episode of Drunken Ship.
Yeah.
The pre-relaunch. That's the exact opening. I said it was like, how do you start a podcast?
And Tay didn't say anything for 30 seconds after that. You gonna say something?
You're so young.
Dude, I remember trying to...
Snowball,
this is how we used to do the podcast. I literally be trying to play Rainbow Six Siege and talk, and then...
Yeah, I was listening to it like, why the fuck is he playing a game on the podcast? Yeah.
It was a good time. I watched that video. You had really outstanding mic quality.
No way you were going to say that.
It sounded so good. It was
Bryan, do you know what our setup?
It was probably a fucking snowball mic in the middle of the desk.
Yeah, it was.
It was, and we talked into it.
It was like right there. I'm sitting beside him. We just talked.
Those microphones are fucking phenomenal, dude.
Well, I also was practicing mixing and all that.
So before we start, close your eyes.
Oh, he's got something.
Yeah, he got something for us.
100 episode special.
He's gonna shoot us right in the face.
Yeah. Like, what is that? What's that guy's name from Adult Swim?
Shake?
No.
What are you talking about?
What is he getting out?
I don't know. He's getting out the fucking blammer, bro.
Dude, he's got plastic?
Yeah.
What is it?
What is
Your
this?
eyes. There you go.
Oh my, no!
Yeah.
Come on!
I do it my fucking self.
Tay's pulling old Jordan here because he did the same thing to you guys.
I got these this morning. So these are the Digimon trading card game.
Let's show the camera. Show them.
Give him the one, Bryan.
Other way.
This is so stupid.
Otherwise, we would never get into it.
I didn't want to get you guys the same.
Yeah.
But that's the last two they had.
But fuck yeah.
Oh,
we'll do a mirror match.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, these are a booster, so they're not even going to... No, they'll be similarities.
They're starter decks, yeah. So you can buy 2 of those and make a deck. Tolerable to let it play.
Ready to play 54
do you have to
deck.
buy like a full deck, or how's this game work?
So like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, just so you can buy like a...
You can play with this, but you can power it up
with
by
2
buying like 2 copies of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a deck. I thought it was like a booster set.
No, so I got that for you just to
Gallimon.
get into the game, introduce, but you can branch out however you want.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Again, another early like thing in the like Drunken Ship era was like we used to do card pack openings. That was like one of our first early videos.
You guys, because I wasn't with you guys when you guys started. I think we barely knew each other when you guys started the show. Because you guys started it when we were still in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2016,
2016. So I don't think we were friends yet. I think I've seen you.
Yeah, we were vaguely friends because we had classes together, and that's how I knew you.
Well, I saw you down the hallways, and I saw you like bully all your friends.
You did not know that. He's lying. He didn't know I was a bully until like 2018. He didn't know this.
That's right. Crockett seemed like a very nice young man.
I was like a Jeffrey Dahmer. I was, clean cut on the outside, evil demon on the inside.
Jesus Christ.
I was thinking about this for a while now. I don't remember why we started, but I remember making the Twitter account and Google account in strong class.
I can answer that. Literally, this is literally all right. So this is the origin of how everything started.
Yeah.
Someone sent me a TikTok where it was.
TikTok was around back then?
No.
I was about to say, wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Someone changed.
Someone sent me a TikTok where it was a bunch of guys standing around having a good conversation. They're like,
exactly what
and they're like, yeah. We should start a podcast. Yeah, we should. That's literally that is the origin of this. We were sitting in class. I think it was early morning and late night, somewhere between then. And me and Tay was having this banger of a really interesting conversation about games. And I was like,
I vaguely remember this now.
And we're sitting I was sitting on one side of the room. I was sitting on one side of the computer, and so we had there was a long table.
Yeah.
And it had a computer on one side and a computer on the other side. And me and Tay would just sit across from each other. And we were just talking to each other and having this interesting conversation. I sat back and I'm like, I think I can do a podcast.
Yeah, I was telling you, I listened to podcasts for at least 3-4 years at a time too.
Yeah,
so.
that was a time that I was also, because I was running a podcast simultaneously to you guys, a separate podcast.
And that's how I knew you. Because I found you told me that there was a guy that did podcasts.
Yeah,
for film's sake.
Yeah. So I did for film's sake. That started out as a podcast with Chris Lucky. Shout out to you, Lucky.
Yeah.
And so you guys started a little bit after we started. I think by the time that we were in episode 20, that's when you guys started, something like that. And that's how you came up to somewhere on the fucking work counter, where you get all the equipment. And we had an interaction. It's like, you're the guy with the podcast? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I think you mentioned wanting to start a podcast, and I was just like, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was my first legitimate interaction, I think, with Tay. And then I wasn't friends with you until we sat down in Evan's class together and we did compositing and we partnered up.
No, we were friends before then.
No, we were not.
We were friends before then.
We were not. I knew you. We knew of each other, but we were not friends.
Did I not had gone to your house to do the...
That was an Evans class.
Oh, that was post.
Which Evans class?
The compositing one. The one that we were using Nuke for.
I could have swore that was like at the end.
It might have been
because Evans didn't show up until who Evans is. Evans is a teacher at our school that I used to bully.
Shout out to you.
You're just 2016 and 17ish, right?
Evans.
2017 had to, because Evans didn't show up until the last year I was there.
Yeah.
Well, we met I met you maybe a year and a half before you graduated. I knew of you because you worked at the library.
No,
I didn't become part of your friend group until I started working at the Cage.
Right, because you would come into the animation lab.
Yeah, because I would come into the animation lab to faff about.
Which the animation lab or the Cage. The Cage is where people would rent out film equipment and any other stylus or anything they need. It was right across from where we all hung out. We had this room at school. It was essentially we had taking over a classroom where we just worked.
We ran that shit.
Yeah, we did.
We ran that fucking building.
I heard it was dead when we all left.
Yeah, it was. It was. I was there the quarter that the school closed down. It was. I wanted to cry every time.
Gabby said it was so sad.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Dude, we made a real family out of that room.
Conversations and all that crap. But a side topic.
But so you guys started doing the podcast by yourselves for some fucking reason. Then you did the Mac Chicken video.
Yeah, that was the first quote unquote viral video.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
What happened between
okay, so we're going to our first video is actually it a Civil War video?
Hang on. Yeah. let me get back to how the channel even started.
Yeah.
So me and Tay had a really interesting conversation, and then I just look at Tay and I was like, dude, let's start a podcast. And then we're like, oh, we'll call it Drunken Ship. And Tay was like, all right. And then that night, I can remember exactly what we did. Because that night, we were in the middle of the room. And then we went over to the corner of the room where there was an open computer. Because this was it's starting to get late at night, I think.
Yeah.
and then we started. We made the Twitter. Is either the Twitter or the Gmail.
Both.
Or okay. So we made the Gmail and we made our Twitter.
I remember you sitting down like over you, like doing it for you, whatever. Something
Yeah,
like
I was like, "Where's that meme where it's like that rapper that's like leaned over that guy and he's like,
Future. It was like that literally. Yeah,
That's
like
so
that.
funny.
Then
that was it. I mean,
that was it.
And then we
spent like a couple of weeks making like Jordan made a logo, original logo.
God,
No,
I
yeah,
gotta see the
I remember
PNG so I can throw it up.
It was do you still have that?
It's somewhere.
Yeah, I remember. It was like a fucking pirate ship, right?
No, it was
No.
like some skill with a paintbrush.
it was we
I
didn't
love
I remember Gazari kept telling me, he was like, I would do this and because he knew what a logo was, and I was like, I don't know what a logo is. I literally didn't understand the concept of a logo.
Yeah, this is like early. We were still learning at the time.
Yeah.
And
we
I
were
forgot.
fucking kids back then. We were like,
Kazari made
19.
concepts for us too. I remember he made the beer bottle logos.
He made a really good one.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He, did, like,
He
a
made it.
gradient on it.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that?
It's
I think we
somewhere.
used that as our banner.
Yeah, we did. I have it somewhere.
This is better than
That's
our
cute.
logo.
Yeah.
Our logo went through a lot of changes.
What did-
yeah, it's been through a lot.
3 changes. Yeah.
And then we had the relaunch. Well, so let's all right. All
guys
right.
did
Now, okay. Tell the Civil War story.
So yeah, I think we were Drunken Ship at the time, right? Our first ever like review was like Civil War review.
Yeah.
You probably heard the
That
story.
is the first video on the channel.
Yeah, I
right?
think so.
Yeah, it
right?
is. It is.
So,
I just found
like,
it 6
our-
years ago.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Was this the first logo? This fucking thing in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That was the first logo.
Bryan, throw that up there.
we spent about what 3 weeks making like planning shit like we were doing now, but
Yeah.
wasn't in a better ways. But we just like we should do this and that.
Right.
Then we saw Civil War for opening night. No one was there. You already heard the
Did-
story plenty of times, right?
Yeah, like we went to the theater just to
Yeah.
give you just to catch you up. We went to the opening night for Civil War, and
North Lake. It's near me.
it was like, well, that mall had a bunch of
Was it
shootings.
North Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived right by that mall. I was in the mall 20 minutes before the shooting. And then
Yeah,
I
that that mall got shot up all the time. So it's not too far fetched to think that a late night movie showing wouldn't have anybody in it.
Yeah.
On an
That was
opening night of a Marvel movie.
That was
but-
like pretty close to the shooting dates too.
was it?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
no idea.
That was pretty close.
We-
I remember it was like the prime of Marvel when
Yeah.
the shootings happened, and I think that's why it was so empty. I think that was a curfew.
That entire night was an adventure for me and Jordan. I don't want to go too deep into it because we get sidetracked off it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, then
basically-
you guys get fucking like stranded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We ran. I don't know how big of a radius this fucking place is.
Yeah.
We went halfway around it.
Well, like so we parked outside in the parking lot, like really
the
far
fuck were we
on
doing?
one side of the mall. And then we walked through the mall, and then we actually went up an escalator, and then we were on the second floor.
Yeah, I
On
remember
the second
that.
floor, you actually had to walk out of the mall, and then there is the movie theater. I didn't
Yeah.
know there was a movie theater parking lot.
Yep.
The way it's structured, it looks like the theater is connected to the. It is
It's on a
connected
fucking hill.
to.
It's on a
Yeah.
fucking hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's connected to the mall, but it's on outside of the mall.
Yeah.
So we had to like go halfway.
So
around it.
when we came out of the movie, it was like 11 or 12 at night.
yeah,
So the mall's locked.
Yeah.
I can't walk. So now we have to walk like a quarter mile, half mile.
and it's raining.
It's
Yeah.
pouring rain, and we had to run down this super steep, muddy
Jumped over a
bank.
fence.
To jump through a fence.
You jumped over, remember that
Yeah,
over
we
a
had
fence?
we jumped over a fence. Literally, there was a fence, and then
Yeah.
here's this steep,
Yeah.
muddy bank, and we
Jesus
jumped
Christ.
over. Because I think the other way, because it was like shorter to go that way
Yeah.
than go the other way, because the other way was like an actual would be 2 miles or something.
So I'm like
crazy.
5 minutes from the mall too, and every time I go there, I think of that story. I was seeing Batman there. That's why I saw Batman at.
Dude,
Oh,
it
nice.
looked like a fucking war movie of us running down a muddy, steep hill, pouring
Fucking
rain.
saving
I'm thinking
Private
about it
Ryan.
like, what the fuck were we doing?
Or then we're running through
I was
a
like,
parking
what
lot. We're just like, you'd see us just go into darkness and then like run through a street light and then go back into darkness. It's pouring
All you
rain.
hear in the distances.
Yeah, you just hear running this little rock trail.
It
But-
looked
Fuck
like
yeah.
we just murdered 2 people.
That's
But
hilarious.
anyway, let's
But
keep
we
going.
did that. Speaking of cards, we were counting down days for the Dark Side of Dimensions trading cards to come out. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did like
'Cause
pack openings for that.
I think that's the second video on the
Right.
channel. I think. Let me see. Yeah, Breakers of Shadow Special Edition.
Is that really the second video?
Yeah.
When did we ever get to the freaking podcast that we
Uh,
set out to start?
The podcast is the fourth video.
Fourth
the first
video.
Wow.
podcast is the
Yeah.
fourth video. And you want to know what the topic was?
It's so funny. Was it Kong Skull Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Kong Skull Island reaction and thoughts.
I was listening to this on my way to work. And I'm like, God, we went through those years already. We saw those movies. I
It's
remember
insane.
being.
It's insane. We've never changed.
Yeah.
We're still these guys.
I mentioned like
We're still exact same people we were 6 years ago.
I remember mentioning like Godzilla versus King Kong, where it comes out 2020, and we went through that already.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild to just look back on.
It's crazy. And then, so this is a really funny set of like first 6 videos. Captain America Civil War review, spoiler free. Yu-Gi-Oh! Breakers of Shadow special edition, no thumbnail. It's just a screenshot from the video.
That was being recorded on my iPhone on my bed.
Drunken Ship Let's Play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. That's an
I
18-minute video.
I rewatched that the other day. That video is so funny.
I didn't watch it in a while.
That is an 18-minute and 55
Yeah,
second
it's literally I can
Was it
tell.
me, you, and Devin?
Miyu Gazari would always play it. We'd come
I
home,
fucking
dude.
love
We
this
used to
game,
come home
yeah.
from. This is like memory core unlocked. We used to come home from after school, and we would just all 3 of us would come into my room. And we just boot up Ninja Storm and play for like 7 hours straight against each other. We would be screaming, fighting at
They
each
go to
other.
school the next day and nothing happened.
And do it again the next day.
So this is really funny. Then there's Dragon Ball Podcast Episode 1, Dragon Ball Super Discussion,
Oh, that's
part 2 to 4. I don't know what that means.
So it's like, it's 4 parts to be cut in. Like it was 4.
Yeah.
It's
We're
one
breaking, we're breaking up
breaking
the
it up.
podcast up to
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
30-minute
gotcha.
segments.
Part. This when Goku Black first.
You
got
guys
introduced.
had-
I remember that episode.
Yeah, that shit's fucking awesome. You guys had 3 part 1 episodes. And then you went to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, or like a Gamescom discussion, I think, where they announced Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Fuck.
You had Drunken Ship Podcast 1, Pokemon Go, and Sonic Mania.
God.
So you've been talking about
Pokemon-
Sonic since the beginning of this goddamn channel.
I'm not kidding. We were the exact same
exact
people
same
we
man.
were.
I remember talking about Sonic Mania and being like hyped for it.
Yeah,
And about probably a year later, I finally got to play it.
that's awesome.
Wow. And Pokemon Go hype too.
Pokemon Go, yeah,
That's
that
a
was the
dated
summer of
video.
2016. That's the happiest we've ever
Fuck.
been as a
Yes.
society. That was like
Yes.
genuinely where everybody was just like, you know what? Let's go fucking play Pokemon together. It was cute.
Like jokes aside, yes, I agree. I'd never seen a world like that.
Yeah.
Remember how we went through that phase for that when it first came out,
When we went to Walmart.
and everyone was like, you knew what everyone was doing.
Dude,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
was like literally straight out of a movie.
Yeah.
This was the weirdest scene because we went to Walmart. And this is like just when I think it came out like 2 days.
2
Like
days
it had
ago,
only been
yeah.
out for 2 days. We went to Walmart and then we just kind of I remember we're getting up to the checkout counter and we just stop. And we just kind of, me and Tay just kind of, I think it was me, you, and Ty.
Yeah.
We all kind of just started shooting glances at everyone. And we started realizing everyone's on their phone.
Yeah.
Like, this is like really before people really got buried
And
in their
everyone's
phone.
doing the
Yeah.
same motion. Everyone's going like,
And when we walked in, and like the guy was like, "You guys playing Pokemon Go too?" I'm like,
What? It was like an app. It was just like a little app to us.
Yeah.
It was weird when it crossed over to just like to normal people.
it
Yeah.
took
playing
fucking
it.
over. Yeah,
it took over for a good month.
Pokemon Go was some people's like first experience with Pokemon, and that's fucking crazy to me.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
If they would have just added battling,
Yeah, it
I
would've
think
been
that this
would've
app would
taken
still
over.
be going into, which I guess it is still going today. But
Yeah, it is. I experienced it again.
They're sending me notifications all the time now. They're getting desperate for my.
About what 2 weeks
my
ago,
patronage.
I went to Freedom Park longboarding, and I'm like, but got my shit on boarding, and I'm standing around. I'm like, why is everyone on their phones? And I was confused. I was actually kind of nervous, like kind of scared a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like,
something's
like you said,
happening.
it's a movie where like when people freeze. And
yeah,
on their phone, like what the fuck? Then I
well,
asked
you
this
think
black-
like a natural disaster. just happened or
yeah.
something.
Then I asked this black lady like, why is everyone on their phones? She didn't know either. Then as I was skating, I'm like, you guys playing Pokemon Go? And they're like, yeah, it's like some special event was going
That's
on. that
fucking
day.
cool.
So everyone's come to the park just
The
on
parks
their-
are the
Yeah.
best spot for
on
the
their
Pokemon
phone.
Go's,
I'm like
yeah.
skating, being active.
There,
Being a fucking
so
nerd. And then everyone's on their fucking phone.
I used to work at a restaurant, and they had a huge window from the kitchen, and then they had big glass pane windows,
Mhm.
and I could see right out front. And there was a Pokemon like stop thing.
Yeah,
Um,
you would see everyone stopping by and like
grinding.
swiping.
no, what would happen is like it'd be like every Thursday or Friday, something like that. It'd be like every once a week there would be like an event going on,
Mhm.
or like maybe every 2 weeks or a month or something, there would be like a boss battle.
Yeah,
And you would just randomly, you'd be like at work and you just look out the window and you see just this massive group of people standing out They're not coming in. They're standing outside in the parking, or not in the parking lot, but it's like
sidewalk.
They're just standing on the sidewalk. And then what I used to do, because they would have raiding parties. I used to get my phone out, and while I was at work, I would like join the raiding party, because if everyone just fought the boss at the same time, then you would
get the XP.
You would get the XP, and then you would get the chance to get the boss. So I would piggyback on all these because I started asking these guys like, "Hey, what do you guys doing?" And there was multiple groups of people that would come around. They would go to spot, so they'd all load up in a van, and then they would just. They would just come to different spots on this one particular day. They'd all get off work, go meet up on one location, and then load up in one car and go to each spot and then do the boss battles.
I am so sorry to interrupt that story, but talking about how we're the same group of people that we've been for 6 years, 2 more videos after the Gamescom one. Drunken Ship Podcast, episode 3, best fat food chains.
That's clearly my topic right there.
I think you did make that thumbnail. Yeah.
After that, the Drunken Ship, the McChicken video reaction. I think that's like the first piece of like Drunken Ship history.
Go ahead, tell that story.
That was a viral video. I saw this. It was Twitter. It was trending on Twitter at the time.
Yeah,
good Twitter. Then I remember, like, I think I called you or text you like, "Hey, stop what you're doing."
All right.
And I ran to his house.
I was
literally. That you guys live within like walking distance of each other.
Oh yeah, because we live in the same apartment complex. Yeah. I was sitting there on my computer.
Just sitting down.
I was just sitting on my computer, not doing anything. It was like a fucking Wednesday night. It was middle. I was like, I gotta get ready for bed here in a minute. And then I just get a text from Tay. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm just sitting here."
Like 2 seconds later,
and Tay was outside of my house when he sent me that, and then I just heard a knock on the door. Or no, you just came into my room because someone let you into my house.
Yeah, Garrett probably.
Yeah, Garrett just let him in, and Tay's at like my bedroom door, and I'm like, "What the hell? You got here fast."
I'm like, what are you doing?
And he's like, "Hey, don't ask." We're just gonna react to this video. I'm like, what is it? And he's like, we're just gonna react.
Don't worry.
And then Tay proceeded to show me the most vile video ever.
A true story. Yeah. So I was wearing glasses in that video.
You can see it.
You can see it. There's a comment on your channel.
Yeah, someone commented try to see they actually are watching it through the guy's glasses.
Yeah, glasses, so you can see the video. And never got shut down either. It's still
yeah. So that was the first time that I think we were acquaintances at that point. And I remember you talking to me about the McChicken video.
Yeah.
And like how popular it had become like overnight. Isn't it? You guys got like 6K views overnight.
No, this was the funniest thing because like, this is like, I'm like, this sound like a dork.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was like, oh, we made it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what happened. We shot that video because this is a Wednesday night. It was literally like in the middle of just a 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
We shot that video, did the reaction. And then like the next day I went to class, and then I think it was like a night class I was going to. I just walk in and I see like a bunch of our friends in the corner of the room, all surrounded around the computer. They all look up and they're like, look at me like that. And I'm like, and I just go, what? And they're like, have you seen your video? And I'm like, why are they bringing up the video? Because at this point, no one really, people knew we did Drunken Ship, but no one cared.
Yeah.
And they're like, did you see your video? And I'm like, no. It's like, because we're averaging like 5 views, like at most every video. And then they're like, look, come over here and look. And they walked over there because it was Ty and Shaw and like I think Sean. And I walked over there and I looked down, it's like 6K. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's so odd that people.
For anybody that's curious, the McChicken video is a guy fucking McChicken. Just it's been long enough in internet history that it might be lost to time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't find it anymore.
Yeah. But it's hilarious. No, I can find it. I found it like 2 months ago.
Like red bed sheets or something. I vaguely remember it.
I hope I got it. I don't remember.
I found it like 2 months ago because I remember.
Why? Really? What?
I saw you because I was going through the YouTube channel videos and I saw that. I saw that reaction. And
we should put a link to the video. That would have been so twisted.
That's so fucking funny.
It is.
It's like a private YouTube video.
Yeah, make it unlisted.
It's an unlisted video on YouTube.
But what's after that?
Then it's the best fast food chain. a couple of Let's Plays, like an Arkham Asylum game.
Yeah, that was
Let's
me.
Play.
My PS4. I'm using my PS4 mic to talk.
Dude,
Fucking awesome.
We all right. Dude, this is
We
like
gotta start humble beginnings.
our shoddy equipment. Our first video was shot on a cell phone.
Yeah.
We used to use like snowball mic, and we used to literally the early podcast. We used to. It was we had my so we had I had a computer table, like a computer desk. Had a TV right here, a monitor, and had like I think my Xbox like right there under it. We had the snowball mic just placed in the middle of it, and then when Tay would come over, we'd literally sit on one side, and then he would sit on the other side, and we would have to omnidirectional the mic, so we'd just pick up both our voices.
That's awesome.
And we would just have to lean into the mic when we wanted to talk. So we're just sharing one. It was insane.
You guys did the best choice. That's how I did my first podcast too. We started with one microphone. It was a fucking. It wasn't a snowball, but it was a Yeti, and that's how we did it. We had to like just sat right next to each other and just fucking talking to the mic.
Yeah,
I feel like okay, this is a hot take. If you start a podcast right now in 2022, and because the cost of entry is so less expensive now, like there's good microphones at Best Buy for like $60. If you don't start your podcast sharing one microphone with your other host, you have it way too easy. You're not gonna appreciate the process, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think you have to start with like whatever microphone you have in a drawer from like when you started to pick up gaming 6 years ago, and you pull it out, you plug it in, and then you set it in the middle, and it sounds like dog shit.
that's what I did.
That is like the primordial experience for starting a podcast.
So the Arkham gameplay right there. It was a video. So we went to the movies about a weekend ago, and we watched that Lights Out movie.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So-
and then we had the two
Ratchet girls or
the
whatever.
two ratchet girls behind us.
So that video is me talking about my worst theater experience while I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight. Is it Arkham Knight?
Yeah,
Arkham Knight. So I used the PS4 share play editing thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just edited my. So I talked over the gameplay.
Yeah.
I record on SharePlay, whatever it's called.
That's
and
cute as
upload on
fuck.
YouTube.
Yeah.
And made a thumbnail when I got to school.
That's awesome. And then after that is the PS4 Pro versus the Xbox Scorpio.
God, that's
This is
dated.
so-
Holy shit!
This is so
I forgot
fun.
about that. The
this is
Scorpio.
so fun to go back.
What is the? Is it
But-
Xbox Series X?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
it
it
was?
was.
Yeah.
Because it was Xbox Scorpio, then it was Xbox Scarlet, and then it was Xbox Series X.
Fuck, that's dated. You threw me back just
Yeah.
then.
Scorpio. Still a better name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy
I love
because
code
like,
names like that.
you go back to this and you see the identity of what we are now.
Yeah.
Like you still see it even back. Like we were talking about gaming news, just shooting the shit about what we were ranting
Movies,
about,
food.
reacting, like food. It's fucking crazy. Then we have two Dark Souls Let's Plays.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
Dark Souls 3, right?
5 years ago. Yeah, Dark
Yeah.
Souls 3. One Outlast 2 Drunken Ship Let's Play.
So that video there is where people started to like us.
Yeah, you guys had 62 views on that one.
I remember I came in class that day when you guys was watching it, but I remember you telling me like, people loved the shit out of that video.
Yeah, because I got to school and people are like, legitimately, after that we dropped that video, they wanted more.
Yeah.
That was the first time we actually had like an actual
How was
response.
that
from people.
feeling? How was that feeling? How
That was
did
cool.
Yeah.
That was like, I think that like gas us up to be like,
Yeah.
we got to do more.
Yeah, I had a similar experience because I was doing the podcast at the time, and one of my fucking film teachers said, "Hey man, the last week was a great episode for the podcast." I was like, "Well, you can't listen to that. What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
So that was the first time that I realized that I had to be careful with what I said on the podcast.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Great feeling though. So what's really funny is you have Drunken Ship Let's Play of Outlast 2, and then Captain Crockett _ plays Battlefield 1.
I remember
that
him
was-
playing this live, right? On
Yeah.
YouTube or some shit.
5 years. I don't know what it
I
was.
just realized I was Twitch streaming too.
Yeah, you were
at the
doing
time.
something. You were doing something live stream.
I've been Twitch streaming since then because we were doing the YouTube channel and I was streaming.
Cause you brought your
You got the
Elgato.
first hate comment in the YouTube channel.
What is
says?
it?
It said your videos were better last week. It's like I'm watching a completely different channel.
Yeah.
now.
You that's when you first brought an Elgato.
Wait, what is the username? Actually,
the-
don't say the username, but
Yeah. The fucking dick.
can you
forgot
just
about
put? Can you just put like this? Like, can you just keep all this?
Yeah.
And then just keep like just make like a little like dun 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 audio like while we were like.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
me,
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But
argue about-
that's who commented that, and I was like, I don't take that at face value.
He smelled disgusting.
Yeah, I remember this guy.
My favorite thing about that video is the thumbnail, because it is the Battlefield 1 guy, and then the chick from Gurren Lagann, I believe, with a black skull on her face.
Yeah.
It is a horrid
Look at
thumbnail.
Yoko
Like
Lip
really
there.
energized. Yeah.
we were still figuring it out. There was that was early YouTube. That was
early YouTube.
This is 2016 YouTube right here.
Yeah.
2015, 2016.
27. That was 2017.
Yeah.
And then silence for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Your last video before you disappeared was fucking Battlefield 1 Let's Play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 years of silence, and then you came back with, how long will the coronavirus last?
Yeah.
What have we been up to?
So prior to that relaunch, we talked about Drunken Ship. Believe it or not, like do that time frame, like bringing it back. And it never happened.
Well,
Yeah, but
Because we
give, like-
graduated, you guys graduated 2017, 2018.
yeah. And I don't know why, because school was coming up. We got a lot of work to do.
we started really having to like buckle down with some of the classes, and I think this was like got to the point where like we can't like, because I was working 2 jobs and going to class and then trying to do, and then when I was like done with class, I mean we'd spend like all night at school working on projects and then go home, sleep for a few hours, come back,
repeat. Yeah.
and repeat. So
Yeah,
like
and
there
I
was,
remember you guys were in crunch time, especially you guys, because like your animation projects, they took forever to do.
and then just rendering them would take a day and a
Day and a
half
half,
to
yeah.
do.
Which we just spent a life at school pretty much.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it though, but it was
It was great. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it was-
were just hunkered up in the animation lab.
generation now. But so around 2019, 'cause this is pre-COVID too. It was
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, and we had that moment again. We should start a podcast.
I can tell you exactly what we're doing.
You were
Me and
drinking
Tay were
bourbon.
sitting at my kitchen table with just a big bottle of bourbon
Yeah.
between us, and we're like, you know what? Like, what? It's like, bring Drunken Ship back.
and we did. We were confident. We were more wiser. We had more like knowledge of like what we
Yeah.
should get and all that stuff. And
Oh, we came out swinging.
yeah,
Like we bought. I remember I dropped like a ton of money
You
on like just film equipment, microphones, because we went through the growing pains. So like we already knew like, and then like just the technology space was a
Yeah.
lot better.
Yeah.
So we I spent like at least probably $300 total.
Oh, that's probably
Yeah,
spent-
that's what I spent
Yeah.
doing my YouTube channel and my podcast at
Yeah.
first too.
I had to spend like $1,500.
So I got like a Blue
What the fuck did you
Yeti.
buy?
A camera.
that's
Is
when
this
you
when
bought
you
the
bought
camera
the
at the
A1600? The
Yeah,
A6000?
yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
bought the camera. I bought a mic.
God damn.
But I was swinging for the fences. I was like, I'm gonna use this for literally everything.
You guys are so cute in this video.
But
Which
I'm wearing like a white shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're like a white
look
shirt.
how long my hair is.
Yeah, hers.
Yeah.
Tay looks so.
Skinny.
Yeah, not skinny, but you look young.
Yeah.
You look like a kid.
Stress.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
But,
Anyway.
But it's fun. I was going into it a little later. But it was New Year's Eve, and we had that moment. We should bring it back, and we spent literally about 4 months planning. Like we should get this right.
Yeah, let's do it proper.
Proper. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and you can see in that video how much we matured from my very, very first video.
Yeah.
In terms of, we had to do it on Discord. This is pandemic time when we launched it,
Mhm.
and how fucking convenient. I remember having this conversation multiple times where we relaunched it in a time where everyone was home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is perfect. Like it sets a stone for us right now.
You know what the thing that kind of irritates me though is we were going to bring it back. This is before COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and then everyone started doing podcasting because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think doing it during COVID helped us because we were able to like film more and everything
You
and
just
kind
have
of get
more time, yeah.
right. But it also hurted us too because then we got lumped. Like there was already enough podcasts before, but then we got really lumped in there.
But it was like the perfect time. Like shit, everyone's home. We can grab an audience easier. Like people ain't doing nothing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a podcast, and we still like we had the same topic, but it was more focused here or more consistent here. Like we talked about like video games, movies. That's when Last of Us 2 was coming out, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, Last of Us 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thumbnail.
Then over time, few episodes. Then
You guys were pretty consistent.
yeah.
You got episode 1, episode 2 is Final Fantasy VII Remake or Tiger King. So like this is
Oh
the point
fuck!
in the
I remember Tiger King coming out.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
This is
God.
the point in the pandemic where like I noticed you guys because I was subbed to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I noticed you guys uploading.
Mhm.
And I was like tangentially watching. But like I graduated. I went through like my depressive spiral after graduation. And I disappeared from you guys.
Why does everyone go through a special? I mean, I think
Yeah.
everybody does.
Because
You
it's such a fucking crash of identity, dude. Like you go to school every single day for 4 years or for like however long time
Yeah.
you go to school. And then one day you wake up and you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy.
And it felt like summer camp. Like
Yeah,
honestly, like our school experience was so
Radical.
it just different from everyday life.
It really was.
It
really
felt like
was.
you just lost your entire family or something.
Fuck, you guys felt the same way.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
dude,
spiraled for 2.5 years.
Dude,
Same.
I
I'm not
remember-
gonna lie about it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great because
Fuck.
I loved
going to school.
going to school so much.
Me too.
It was like the one place where I felt like I had like creative control over everything that I wanted to do. I was speaking with people that were creative and like understood my brain.
Like growing up, I hated going to school.
Yeah,
but
me
when
too.
in
Yeah.
college, it's like I'm doing work. It's something I enjoy. I'm like chilling out with people too at the same time.
Yeah, it's everyone's
Yeah.
like-minded. Everyone,
Yeah.
you're doing things you want to do.
Yeah. While also just fucking eating, conversating, watching
Yeah.
fucking anime
Anime
on
and
TV.
the big screen.
Yeah.
College was the only time where I like did not mind putting 16 hours.
That's
into
what I
a
said
day into
earlier.
something.
Like I didn't mind going to school.
It was
I, like,
awesome.
I was ahead of my work and some things,
Yeah.
just doing shit.
That's like when I said like we'd go to school. I mean, we'd be at school from like 8 a.m. in the morning to
Like
midnight.
10. Yeah,
Yeah.
just chilling.
It was fucking crazy. And like to the point where we would be done with our classes
Yeah.
and
Still
then
be at
we
school.
would just be at school, hanging out,
Hanging
playing
out.
Magic, playing Switch, whatever the fuck it was. It was great.
Yeah.
And then you take all that away.
And then one day they just pull the rug out from underneath you.
Dude,
And it's fucking dude, I spiraled hard.
I hate
Like
chaos.
what
Yeah.
point did you realize it?
when you reach out to me,
You talking about?
when you reach out to me for episode 17,
Uh-huh.
that was the moment that I said, "Holy shit, I really miss doing stuff."
No, I mean, remember, that's when you realized
Yeah, that's when I
hit the
realized that I
spiral?
was like depressed about not being in uni anymore.
Yeah.
Is when you reached out to me for episode 17 and I did the episode because at that point my own podcast had fallen apart.
And that's when I first talked to you, like probably 2 years.
yeah.
2 years.
It was the first time that we had talked. I hadn't
Yeah.
talked to Crockett since he graduated.
Yeah.
And so like you reached out to me and my own podcast had kind of falling apart. I was living in Rock Hill and you messaged me and it's like, I think I will do the podcast.
Oh, this is Shin Guzzle episode?
It was the first episode that I did was the feature of the film industry.
Okay, I was
Episode
thinking about-
17.
He,
Talking about your
like him
podcast.
coming on to our
Fuck,
podcast.
yeah.
Oh yeah. The first podcast that Crockett did for me was the Shin Gutzilla
I was
episode.
so jealous of that. Like, God damn it, I should have been there.
All right, since you're coming up like where you're at in the coming into the
Yeah.
podcast, let's jump into your backstory a little bit before you became on to Drunken Ship.
Yeah.
Let's run through. Actually,
Yeah.
wait. Before you start that, I just wanted to touch on this. I remember the exact point where I knew I was fucking depressed.
Yeah.
I woke up. This is after we graduated school. I was working a shitty job. I woke up at like 9 a.m. I think it was my day off. It was somewhere around December because I remember there was like this like whitish, bluish glow from the
Yeah.
outside window. I wake up in my bed like this, like staring at my ceiling. I walk over to my computer that's next to my window. It's cold. It's just like because I can feel the breeze
Yeah.
from the. And I just sit down in my chair and I'm like, oh god! I was like, I remember that exact point
Felt the
too.
wave,
I
right.
I just felt this crashing like
Yeah.
emptiness, this like eternal like void of nothing. I'm like, I got to do something.
That happened to me every time I got in the bath. Every time I took a bath, I would just wash over me.
I didn't know you guys felt it too. I felt it
Yeah.
for a very long time. They call it. I had to look it up. It's called post-college depression. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
It's crazy. I didn't know that it was a phenomenon, but it fucking hit. It
The
hit me.
more I talk to
Yeah.
like people about it, then I'm like, oh, other people actually
Yeah.
experience this too.
Yeah.
It fucking destroyed me for like
So
2.5
every time you got
years.
in the bath, it would happen. When did it happen to you?
Shit went out.
Do you guys remember that point? Because I
No.
do. I remember that exact
Me
point where it
too.
hit me.
I remember when I literally, what was the first graduation called? Portfolio day.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember that, and we all finished, and my mom, she came to visit
Yeah.
the school. It was in front of the building, and then she went back home after that. I was talking to her, and I looked at the building, and I felt reality just fucking weight on,
Sink in.
sink on. I can feel it. I know this is weird to say.
No, but it's there.
Yeah,
man.
and I was like, here we go.
I just want to say, if anybody's watching right now and you're in college, don't worry. It
will get
literally
better.
it will happen. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. You're going to feel like the weight of the world is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And I wish someone would have told me this
Me too.
after, because I didn't know that was going to happen, and I didn't know other people was going to feel like that either. I thought I was just depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're in college and then you're about to graduate or you're going to graduate soon, do not worry. It does get better, but Jesus Christ, it's gonna suck for a second. I'm sorry, but just prepare yourself for that.
Yeah,
I remember I had a similar moment to you, like watching the building, because I closed out the school on the last day. The last day of the school.
What a
being open,
somber, empty moment.
The last day of the school being open was my last work shift. It ended at 4 p.m. And I remember locking up the cage and like walking out. There's all this equipment, all this computers, everything disconnected. I had to disconnect it. I took down the animation lab. I fucking almost cried taking down the animation lab. And I walked outside and I
Damn Paul Bear over here.
It was awful, dude. I walked outside and I just like, I used to park like way in the back. So I got in my car.
This would be a time to have a cigarette. Like,
Yeah,
just,
really.
you would literally walk out of school, light it up, and go, and just look back at it, and then just blow.
It's fucking,
Ben Affleck.
yeah. And so like I sat that in my car and I just went like, I guess I drive home now.
Yeah, I remember like just looking at the building, and it's so weird I can explain it, but I felt reality just on my shoulder. Like you felt the weight of it. Like
Yeah.
here we go, and here I am now.
It feels, you feel so.
Part of you never really recovers from that. Part of your identity really does die with the college experience.
Mentally,
Yeah.
Mentally, yeah.
But anyway, let's get back to you. Not to go on.
Sorry to get sad about that.
But it's such a huge formative reason, because part of the reason why Drunken Ship came back is because I think we were all missing that experience. We were all
The
like,
creative itch. And we'll get to that too. But let's jump into your backstory. So take us back to when you started your podcast versus up to the point you jumped into Drunken Ship.
And like, if you can go into detail, like how you learned from that and pitch it here. Yeah.
So, we were in college at the same time. I didn't know you guys, but in my first year of being in school, I met Chris Lucky, who was in all of my film classes, and we shared a lot of the same opinions about movies. And I remember one time sitting we had the other building, the second building, and we were sitting in a classroom there, and we were just talking about, I think Tarantino's Hateful Eight was coming out, and we remember talking about it. And then one time the conversation happened very much like you and Crockett's. I was sitting in home, and I was like thinking about starting a podcast, and Chris texted me, and he just went like, "We should start a podcast." And I was like, I was literally just thinking
Holy
that.
shit, yeah.
And so it literally took like a week because I was so excited about the idea of like talk. I did YouTube for a while. So before I went to school, I was doing YouTube when I was in high school. 2012, 2011, to 2013, I did YouTube.
That's what I was doing too, yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. That's when I got my first Elgato. That's when I had my first microphone. So and I taught myself how to edit to do YouTube. And so when the podcast happened, I was just like, oh, fuck yeah, I get to do something like creative and talk now. We started that podcast. It was called For Film's Sake, which is now like a show on the Drunken Ship. And our first episode was Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino. And if you listen to that episode, please don't cancel me. But don't worry about it. But we did that episode, and then every week we picked a movie, we reviewed a movie, and then we went and we watched it independently of each other. And then we went back to my place in front of my Mac, and then we recorded a podcast.
I actually remember you doing this.
Yeah,
because I was over at your house once, and you were watching Yost Myers, something with the hot dogs with Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yeah. I don't remember the fucking.
It is the dumbest name.
Yeah.
But I vaguely remember when you were working in the library, you used to come pick up a movie from the library, right?
I did that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Most of the time I like pirated movies, but a lot of the time I went to the library to pick it up if we had it.
Yeah, I remember like catching those moments there too as well.
And so I did that, and we did that for about like maybe like a year and a half. So we did that for like maybe 6 months, and we got to episode 20 or 25 or something like that.
Yeah.
Crockett signed in to do the Shin Godzilla. I remember,
Yes, sir.
I was friends with Crockett. I don't know if I was super close with you, but I was friends with Crockett because he would fucking text me like 2 weeks after an episode came out. Because me and Chris would record an episode, drop it the next week, and then 2 weeks later I would get a message from Crockett. That actor is Ethan Hawke, you idiot. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
All right. I was an avid listener to Bryan's podcast, actually. I was a big fan. I was actually a huge fan. Because what I would do is I used to drive home, so we were based in North Carolina, and my family lives in Virginia, so occasionally on the weekends, I would drive up to Virginia, which is about a 5-hour drive to get up there. And what I would do to kill time is listen to podcasts. So I would always listen. I would have like queued up like 5 of Bryan's like episodes, and I would just listen to them for 5 hours straight because every episode is like an hour long.
Yeah.
So I would just kill 5 hours by listening to 5 episods.
And I would get messages from him listening. That actor's fucking Ethan Hawke.
Because like this is what it was. I was driving home and then they would be like sitting there stammering like, what was that actor's name? And I'm like, I'd be screaming at my car. But it's Ethan.
Our podcast when you guys was talking like, no, I had to text you while I'm driving on I-85.
It's so fucking funny.
You just felt like you're in the room with him. You're like, it's this, you idiot. And then Bryan, because I remember even calling Bryan once and I'm like, it's this.
Yeah.
And Bryan's like, what are you going on about? And then it set in that like, oh, he has no idea. This is not actually happening in real life.
Bryan, what? So
we did 162 episodes on that podcast.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
really?
It's still on Spotify, I believe. I remember.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Yeah. And I that's why I knew you because you like you say I went to you like you got to do a podcast.
Yeah.
I remember listening to you like, God, this guy's professional as fuck.
Man.
So when I did Bryan's podcast, I walked into this. He had the most professional setup. It was not professional.
Yeah.
It was professional, but not like in here. But it was the most insane thing because compared to us, because me and Tay would do it in my room. Yeah. We'd have one mic between us, and it'd be like just sitting at a little desk. I go to Bryan's house. I go upstairs, and I just open this door, and it's this huge room, and he has this giant. I
had a studio because I lived with my parents and we had a spare bedroom.
They let you convert the entire upstairs into his podcast. It was insane.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He had like 4 tables spread out, had all these mics laid out, had like a big a mixer on the table. It was insane. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like an actual studio. What the fuck?
I had a big square top and I had a mixer about the size of this hooked to a Mac. And I had 4 microphones that I drilled into the side of the table so that it would just be like every guest spot has it was like a 4 microphone. It was fucking awesome. I missed that space.
Yeah, I missed it too. I was like, man, can we get this?
Yeah. And I had a projector, so I would play videos on the projector when we were recording.
You made a studio yourself.
I made a fucking studio. It fucking ruled, man. I was really sad when I had to move because I was like probably the most fun that I had making a podcast. Before joining Drunken Ship, it was just I was in complete control of like production, the studio space, who would come in. We had hella guests. I mean, we did 162 episodes, and we had I think one of my favorite guests was Blair Nias, who opened for Mark Maron, like a fully professional comedian, just joined us on the show. It was fucking awesome. So yeah, we had 162 episodes. I can't find the episode number that you were in, Crockett, but it's in the mid section. But at that point, I knew Crockett. He did the Shin Godzilla episode. I tangentially knew you. And I did it right up until we graduated, a little bit after we graduated. And then it just kind of fell apart because I just got burnt out and mentally ill with like post-college depression and like the whole thing. And but I learned a lot. I had all my microphone gear and I craved that editing, that creating process.
If you do 160 episodes, you go a little wilds without it, you're gonna be like, I gotta do
something again. And but I didn't. I wasn't confident doing it by myself. But I didn't have like a group of friends that I could reach out to do that. So when you guys started Drunken Ship, I was like watching you guys like from the sidelines, going like, "Oh shit!"
He's literally he's in the shadows smoking like
big guy with the shadow of me, in
the corner. And I remember you guys like being really having a good time, and I liked or commented on something, and for some reason you reached out to me for episode 17.
Yeah, I was like,
right there.
Was episode 17? Was it?
Episode 17 was the first episode that I joined up
because we wanted to do like a. There was something going on in the film industry.
In fact, no.
It was Marvel, because Marvel was like at the peak. And we were talking about how that was going to affect like the film industry moving forward.
Yeah.
And so like that was the topic. And I thought that was like, oh, fuck, that's a really cool. I'm not even in video. Like I didn't even have a webcam.
Yeah, I remember that. You just your audio.
Just the audio.
But I think I usually had some thumbnail, right?
Yeah, you did. And it was like that black and white picture of me smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of podcasting experience, and I think that you guys...
Were you our first guest or Colin?
It was Colin first.
Yeah, Bryan was the second guest.
I was the second guest.
Yeah, and... fuck, I don't think enough. So yeah, it was going on that we...
Do you remember like having to do Discord shows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
what a nightmare.
Because I remember since we're going down the history, I had to learn the
Voice meter.
voice meter audio. What is it, audio?
Voice meter banana is the name of it.
Yes, and that's the first time I think Jordan ever saw me genuinely fucking pissed.
That's the
off.
first thing. Yeah.
There was-
Yeah.
Did we tell that story?
Yeah, I think I told it before. Where I was
You
trying
guys
to
were both pissed at each other.
I edited and like
It wasn't like we wasn't mad at each
he
other,
was
but
frustrated.
it was like we had literally come to a dead end, and we were like just defeated.
yeah, because we wanted to separate from some.
It was something very simple, and this is like just one of those learning obstacles that you just have to kind of go through.
Yeah.
It's just we had come to it was something very simple, but this is like just a learning growth for you just hit a dead end and you're like, I have no idea what this is, and I don't know how to. There's no videos on YouTube for it, and it's like you have to literally figure it out.
Yeah.
And I forget how we ended up. We just ended up just scrapping the whole project.
We wanted to do Halo Master Chief Collection.
We were gonna play
that's
through.
What we downloaded.
We were going to play through the entire
We should still do that.
game.
We were doing,
we
we
should
were
still
doing
do
it for Halo Infinite hype,
Yeah.
but the game got delayed eventually. That's
Yeah.
fucking
It came
crazy.
out fucking this year.
How odd is that? Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of it. That's how I walked into the show, and I had a lot of because I think I started Twitch streaming before you reached out to me. I was on Twitch very sporadically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, let's reach out to Bryan. Let's see what he's got to. Let's see what he's doing.
I was like, I know someone. I know Bryan is like professional as hell.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna do great.
and you guys wanted to also like up your production game eventually. Like you guys had the idea to eventually want to do a live show, because by the time that I'm joining, it's pandemic, but it's like pandemics.
It's like
It was at the-
November-ish, right?
Yeah, it was at the point where we were kind of seeing the break in the pandemic
Yeah.
a little bit.
This is clearly in the fall. I remember this.
Yeah. And you guys showed me, and then I joined in, and I liked it so much. It was just like, you just want to become I did episode 17, and then I did the Miles Morales episode.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
right. We did a spoiler cast with like
It was a spoiler cast for Miles
there's
Morales.
like 5 of us in there.
Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah.
little.
It was
We had a
like-
little group.
Me, you, Colin, Bryan, Devin.
Yeah.
No, Devin wasn't there. It was
Devin-
just me, you, and Colin. Me, you, Crockett, and Colin.
Did Devin was there, but did he join in later? Maybe.
Yeah.
I remember he
Maybe,
was
yeah.
there.
And
Maybe something like that. But I remember that like the last episode, the last episode before I joined officially, was the Miles Morales episode.
Mhm.
And then Crockett texted me and said like, "Do you just want to fucking
You go like, this boy knows what he's
Yeah.
talking about. Let's get him on.
yeah?"
Yeah.
So Colin was episode 9, and then episode.
Because we had Colin join
Yeah,
first.
Colin joined. I don't remember when he joined. He joined like about 3 months after.
Because I was trying to fill out the space because I'm like, we need more people
Yeah, we
because
need more
we're
people.
trying to fill out like this kind of like just a
you-
round off or like have
Yeah.
different opinions on everything.
Because it was just me and you for 3 months. And
Yeah.
like, we want to do, what you say.
Up our game,
up
yeah.
our
Jordan keeps having night terrors.
Yeah, I remember. Last night I listened to I got my PS5 episode, and I was like, wow.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, while we're talking about that, can we talk about there's
Oh,
a
I know you're talking
complete
about,
lost episode.
It's a lost episode.
There's
Yeah.
a lost episode out there that would never saw the day,
I wish you
the
still
light
had
of day.
Yeah.
That because we lost the audio for it. But go ahead, Tay. Tell the story for us.
So this is the PS5 launch day. Not launch day, but the pre-order day when they first revealed the
Can you?
PS5.
All right, take us through that day for us.
Good
What
Lord.
happened that day?
That day was hell. It was a fun hell though. But so we watched the PlayStation Showcase that day.
Yeah.
We recorded that showcase, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we recorded that showcase, and after we recorded, I literally called GameStop instantly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I fucking get a PS5? Everyone was going fucking nuts that day.
Yeah.
Walmart, everyone. And that's the day we so happened to record an episode, Drunken Ship Podcast.
Freaking Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart dropped the ball, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Because they did the showcase and then they're like, what did they say at the end? They were like,
Pre-orders available now or whatever, and everyone's
no, it was not. It wasn't. I don't think they said that it was available now. But what happened was like Walmart,
oh yeah,
or they said they were
this.
saying. Oh, I remember. They said that the pre-order date will be announced later,
yeah
and then Walmart,
fucked it up. Or
like
something.
after like 4 or 5 hours, would just put out a tweet saying you can pre-order now,
Oh wow.
and it started a fucking chain reaction because
Yeah.
I don't think it was supposed to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, that was a catalyst. I forgot about that.
I feel like
yeah.
they broke the embargo.
The-
Yeah, bro, something happened. Yeah,
And then it was just like,
it was hell.
Wildfire.
oh my god, it was
I remember
wildfire
that.
because and then Target
And then
And
Best
then-
Buy did
Best
it.
Buy. So
then it just chain react. It was the most insane shit.
Yeah.
Because
and then but when that happens, people are going like, oh, pre-orders are running out. And then it starts the chain reaction where like
Jesus.
people feel like it's running out. So they go order it more and more and more.
not the side topic, but I had my PS5 from Best Buy originally.
Yeah.
And I was signing my credit card information. Before I could finish it, and when I finished it, the bitch was gone.
Yeah.
And that's when made me realize, like, why isn't that my order for at least 10 minutes to put my shit in?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But eventually I got it literally 11 o'clock p.m. Warrior64 tweeted out a link. He just tweeted it.
Yeah.
And I got it the last, I was like so fed up. I was about to get a computer. And I just so happened to
We
refresh
were,
my Twitter feed.
but like, I remember that because me and Tay, I think we filmed the show.
Yeah, we had to record that day.
And
Yeah.
then,
And Jordan was trying to pre-order while he's on a podcast.
no, that was another day.
That was another day?
That was another day because so the initial day, the day that they launched the stream, it was us trying to find everything. I mean, it was like we sat there for like hours on end, and I had to be at work early in the morning, and then Tay stayed up until like midnight.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Just you were refreshing pages.
Yeah.
You
So
kept
fun.
refreshing,
Because people was like,
and then eventually got in there.
yeah, I got that bitch at like 11 something. I was
That's
so
crazy.
fucking happy
But-
and all that shit. But
It was like we started at 4:00.
yeah,
And that's how long we had been sitting there, like
Yeah.
refreshing the page.
it was
fucking crazy.
nuts.
That
Yeah.
was the pandemonium that they set off like during like the whole like
It
pre-order.
was also the pandemic, so there was,
It was
like
a pandemic.
supply shortage.
It was like a new console. Like people was eager to get a new console at the
Yeah.
time because we were tired of what we have currently.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a lot of shit going on. But I remember we were recording, Jordan trying to find his. Which did you get your? Wait,
okay, so then like a week, it's like
that's like few days later. Right?
okay, so like I think it was like 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that I missed that first day, that first window, because you're not thinking that this is gonna sell out.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's fine.
That's what I
I'll
thought.
get it
Still
tomorrow,
don't have a PS5.
or they'll come back later. Like I did not know what I was in for.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, like people were like, yeah, everything's sold out. You can't get it. And then it kind of set in. I'm like, oh my God, I missed it. Like
Yeah.
I'll never get it. And then just this like little droplets of like, hey, we got it right now.
Yeah.
We
And it
resupplied
lasts
like 10
literally
of them.
a minute. As soon as you click the link, it's gone.
And
Yeah.
the fuck.
so me and Tay, I think the presentation had to been like on a Monday or something.
It was on a Thursday.
And then, or was it on a Thursday?
Yeah.
And then we recorded like 2 or 3 days later on like Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were recording, I just I have 2 monitors, and on my other monitor, I was just scrolling through Twitter, and I was just like looking for links,
essentially
just
talking to
in
myself.
case, because I was home all day, and that's all I had done all day
Yeah.
was just wait around on Twitter and see if
For a
someone
link.
would tweet
Yeah.
out a
I
link.
remember you
really
doing
quick.
that.
And midway through the podcast, Wario64, my savior,
Dude, shout out to him, dude. I love this fucking guy. He just does like
He's just like when
do
people
deals
drop.
and all that shit. Yeah,
I-
those are what he doing.
this is how fast it went. I literally just refreshed the page
Mhm.
and saw he had made a tweet like 54 seconds ago,
Yeah.
and it was like to Target. It was like pre-order PS5. Target has like PS5s.
Yeah.
I clicked that link, and this is middle of the show. I was like, hang on, tag. And I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on. I gotta I think I found a PS5, and it took me to it. It let me add it to my cart. I was like, holy shit, dude. Let's see if they can let me buy. I'm like sitting there panic.
Yeah, I can hear the people
panic.
typing on the side.
Like I was like, I gotta get my wallet. Like I gotta find my card. I was trying to find everything.
That's so funny.
And I was trying to beat it down the clock. It was like a minute in.
yeah.
I got it. I hit order, and then it fucking went through.
That
And I'm
would
like,
have at the time that would have been a viral video for a fact because like I would
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
like man gets a PS5 live on TV or something. Live
Yeah,
on-
live on the show. That would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have had a massive.
And at the time it was like hard to get a PS5
Yeah.
too. And that was like
Dude,
a genuine reaction too.
yeah, I generally we were both of us were like screaming, like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like I'm happy for him. Like he just got a newborn, his baby or some shit.
yeah, we literally because it was like dude,
It's
wild
impossible
times.
to go
It
with.
was literally
I still
impossible.
don't have a fucking PS5.
I literally, as soon as I hit order and it said it's all good to go, I hit refresh. I'm like, let me see if I can order another one or something.
Yeah.
Hit refresh. Sold out. I had to get the last one.
Yeah,
I
you have to.
swear to God, that had to have been the exact last one
Dude, the
that they
weeks-
let order.
The weeks leading up to the PS4 because everyone was checking their receipts constantly. Me, I was looking at my account.
just to make sure that there was like no fuck up.
no
yeah.
fuck up. Some people did have fuck ups.
Yeah.
But like lucky for me, like I didn't get a fuck
You
up.
got
I like
it,
bragging
yeah.
about it because like I
It's
gotta
so
do it.
funny.
But-
the episode 30 is Tay gets a PS5.
I listened to that last night.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But so we got that reaction and everything. We're like, yes, that's pure gold. I looked down at my audio. So the way we have to do Discord is like we would record our screen. We just record our video screen on Discord. And then we have to separate our audio, so we'd have to record the audio separate from that.
We did that because Discord fucks up audio from the other side.
It compresses it, and it's like super laggy.
And then it also you get both audios at the same time, and you're overlapping, and then it makes a echo.
I get it. I remember.
Yeah.
So we have to record separately, and we use Streamlabs to record that audio separately. And what happened was Streamlabs fucks up sometimes, and it actually did this to me the other day. When you hit record, it'll go for a couple seconds, and you won't look at it. And you think it's on because you hit record and you saw the numbers start clicking.
It switches the source from your fucking audio.
And then it turns off.
Yeah.
It stops recording your audio.
It did it me it went through clear, but when I was doing my PS Insight reaction the other day, it kept disconnecting and it came back on. But
it's been a whole situation because they just dropped an update, so it's been a nightmare.
So we lost the audio of that the most golden.
That was a golden moment, yeah.
Yeah, it could have been any other time.
Yeah.
It could have been any other time, and it wouldn't have mattered. But we lost one of the best reactions we ever had on the channel.
Yeah, that was a lost video there. Can you dive through the computer to find that?
I think I ended up deleting it because there's no.
Is it temp files anywhere? Or anything?
It might be on my computer somewhere actually, because I think that's a video that I don't think I would really want to get rid of, but that was one of the best moments.
But yeah, so after that side note, I joined the podcast on episode fucking 30, or was it? It wasn't even an episode. It was just a spoiler cast. That wasn't even numbered.
Yeah, but
and then after that, I came in like a few weeks, something like that. It was fucking awesome, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah,
can't fucking get rid of me.
What was
Remember Shipwreck Mondays?
I was about to bring that up. Shipwreck Mondays. We used to have a show on here where we literally, it was the most dangerous show that we ever produced.
We just basically find the funniest. We don't send each other for something for a week or whatever. And just hold up the funniest memes.
Because we'd always find stuff on Twitter that was hilarious. So we'd always send each other. We're like, hey, just bookmark everything, and then let's make a show where we just go back and just show each other the memes.
Yeah,
that's pretty cute. We should do that again.
We should do that with TikTok. As many TikToks we send each other.
I actually thought about making a layout for you for like a TikTok.
Just to do TikTok reacts. We should do just get us all in one room.
Try not to laugh challenges or whatever.
And then I remember when Valheim dominated us.
Tay wasn't part of that, but Jesus Christ.
I remember that.
And then my first sub for shot on April 30th.
Wait, before we do the sub for shot, can we let's bring up the Discord.
Yeah. So
let's bring up the creation of the Discord.
We got about 10 minutes.
Damn, dude.
10 or 15 minutes.
Can we how long? Is it almost 10?
Yeah.
Can we just extend this out? Let's just do a long episode.
I mean, I can't.
You can't.
Oh, okay. All right. Damn.
So that's we created Discord. Kind of cut some time here.
Mm-hmm.
So we created the Discord. And over that, we did sub for shots. We've grown subs from that. That's where we did. How many you guys do? 3?
We did for sub for shot. We did 2 sub for shots.
2 sub for shots.
Let me actually see if I can extend the podcast. 1 second.
The sub for shot. Let's talk about that. That was an absolute crazy experience for us.
I seen you guys did the first. I wasn't there the first one, I think, but I seen you guys did the second one.
Yeah, you joined us for the second one. That was
so sub for shot. If you guys don't know, is at this point, a yearly stream that we do where every time we'll all get on Discord. It's all a community thing. So we just get a big group of people from our community. And every time someone subs to the channel, we actually have a live counter in the center. Every time someone subs to the channel, we all take a shot. That was the first one.
I bought us 10 more. I bought us 30 more minutes.
Sick.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'd all take a shot every time someone sub. That was so if 7 people subbed,
we would take 7 shots.
7 shots. How many?
I think so. The first one that we did,
you guys were playing fighters too, by the way.
We were playing fighters, and
I don't even remember.
No, you got fucking destroyed.
The first one,
we made the rules thinking that nobody was going to come, and I think we would get maybe 3 shots in. Fucking 20 people subscribed.
You know why? Because I tweeted a link out.
Yeah, that's my
profile.
20 fucking people showed up and subscribed within the hour.
Yeah.
Like we started and we had 12 subscribers within 20 minutes.
Rapid succession of just go.
So by the time that an hour in, me and Crockett were both fucking wasted. And Colin was moderating because we predicted that we would get wasted. And so we
this is how we knew we didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
We took an initial shot to begin the show.
Yeah.
We were like, we'll just take one just to start.
So by literally 30 minutes into the supper shot, we were 13 shots deep.
God damn.
And so me and Cracker were drunkenly playing fighters, trying to keep something going. People kept fucking subscribing. So we went down to like half shots. It was like, we're going to do half shots. We're fucked up. And like an hour and a half into 2 hours, Crockett literally just looks at he like blanks out.
He disappears.
Just looks at the camera and he just goes like, I gotta go.
You threw up?
Dude.
The drunkest I've ever seen him.
Adriana had to nurse me the rest of the night. She was so mad at me because I spent the rest of the night just hungover at all. I think I came back like an hour later or something.
Just to check in.
Camera was still like rolling and everything. I just came back and sat down.
In fact, we were so drunk that when Crockett left, I just kept laughing. And then Colin was like, I'm going to end the stream.
Oh my God. So I literally Googled YouTube stuff for shot. And the first video is from this guy named Video Q. He's a famous help YouTube profiles. Mm-hmm. It says summer shot is a terrible YouTube strategy. Do you watch this video prior?
No,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
it was so funny. We had a good ass time.
Oh
man.
my God!
Yeah, we had a good ass time.
I watch this guy here and there.
And then we did the second summer shot, and we had
such a smarter strategy.
Yeah.
We brought in like 10 other people, and we're like, all right, every time someone subs, it's someone's turn to take a shot.
Yeah.
So then we could it would have to get through a lot of people for it and make it everyone around to everybody.
That was fucking awesome. Yeah. I really like that. That was like the first big events that we did on the channel, like live
10
events.
people in there, right?
And the second one we had a rotation. I think the smallest number was 6 people.
6 people. Yeah.
That was really fun because that was like a huge community night, and we had a bunch of guests come on.
I miss community nights.
Yeah.
So when we started bringing it back up, we got the Discord together because the Discord was just for you guys to do bring in the guests.
Yeah.
And talk to each other.
Yeah, the way our Discord started was just small. It was literally just a vehicle so we could do the show and then bring in guests and stuff. Yeah. It was never meant to be an actual community base.
But then your guests would just stay on the Discord and they would chat. And then you said, well, let's just turn it into a community.
Well, I think Colin had the idea because Colin actually did the whole layout design.
He
created all the little channels and it locked. He made he brought in bots for us. He brought in
because we use it all for streaming too. It's for everyone, right?
Yeah. And then he just made the floor plan for just to build up, let people come in there and start posting stuff.
And after he left the show, my ex at the time, or my girlfriend at the time, helped set up roles, helped set up the whole thing.
Yeah,
Hannah
did. That's right.
Hannah did that, and
so
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. They were co-members, just doing whatever the fuck.
And we did a lot of movie nights. Movie nights were really fun. We did a lot of game nights, stuff like that. And those are things that I want to bring back into the Discord because I really genuinely had a good time. But it's just so
well. That's when we start playing Valheim.
Yeah,
Valheim crazy every day we'd all get on. We all had this big server where it was all people from Drunken Ship.
I paid for the server. It was fun. Awesome.
One thing appreciate Frederick's. I followed him for years prior to this.
Really?
Yeah. So
I was wondering where he came from.
Yeah. So he came to. You probably followed him too because of Godzilla reasons.
Yeah.
But I never heard this guy talk. But when he came to the Discord chat, he just became a fan.
Because
Frederick's awesome.
We're streaming Godzilla. That was the movie night. He joined in. He was like, "Hey, I saw you guys' link."
Godzilla 2000, right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
We were just chilling. He's watching it with us, just conversating. He just fell in love with our stuff.
Yeah, he's been a really big supporter. Yeah. He's messaged me a couple of times saying you guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Fredericks. We love you.
Yeah.
Shout out to our whole Discord community.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Seriously.
It was a good time.
That was amazing.
So yeah, that was the Discord. Then we did the sub for shots, and then you fucking uploaded the goddamn Everybody Eats barbecue compilation.
This is
from fucking Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, I did this video. We talked about it last week doing a content creation video. So essentially, this Manny random Fast and Furious video.
Just a joke.
Just
taking
a joke.
The piss.
I still don't understand why I did it.
That's just the algorithm.
Something in the algorithm where there was a bunch of people search. It had been something with the trailer.
Well, you uploaded it when the 9th one was coming out.
Was 4th of July happening too?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, it was. It was a 4th of July joke.
Yeah.
Everybody eats at the barbecue.
Yeah.
You posted it, and it has 680,000 views on our YouTube channel.
How much?
It has 6,704K.
Yeah.
Damn.
So and like that was the time because we had 125 subscribers when you put that out.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
We had less than 200 subscribers.
I didn't
when
know
we put
that.
out.
Yeah.
And it skyrocketed us to 800 subscribers. From like that when that video came out to the end of the year, we went up 780 subscribers. It was a crazy
and
amount
I'm like,
of growth.
I don't get it because like, why do these people subscribe for one video? People do that.
People do that. And like the funniest thing was just like we went up like maybe 60 subs and it was just like, oh, that video is doing really well. Ignored it for 4 months.
I remember at work, like,
yeah,
guy, you see this? We're like going up 100 about every
You were
2
like
days.
taking it like Izzy, like in the Digimon movie. He was like,
Right.
he's like typing. He's like, what?
And I remember like going like, all right, well, sure, that video did well, whatever.
Yeah.
Not looking at it for like 4 months, and then suddenly just a flood of subscribers.
Because someone made a playlist. So when you literally type in Fast and Furious, we're on that algorithm now, like the top
Yeah,
10 or 20 or whatever. We're on that part of that thing now. So
that was crazy.
I wish it revamps again. Hopefully it goes.
Yeah,
back
hopefully.
Again.
Well, we need to make another one eventually.
Yeah.
But that video got us to like 800 subscribers, and ever since then we have not been in the red in subscriber counts since that video exploded and took us to 800. We have always gained at least 5 subscribers a month.
Jesus, take the wheel, man.
Yeah. So that was like it was that time period when we were like trying to polish up the content. We did Discord for about like half a year, maybe like 8 months. It was like, we want to get a fucking studio.
And that's episode 50 right there.
I think so. Yeah. I think, cause I just moved back to Charlotte.
Wow, we've been in the studio for
We've been in the studio for
50 episodes. Wow.
We are the more consistent patron.
Yeah. We eventually got the studio. That's the day I got my new car. I got a flat tire.
Yeah, that's right.
There was a lot
That was a good day for
on.
me though. Like new studio, new car,
Flat tire.
This bitch had to see it. Like, God damn it. They're gonna fucking roast
That's
the hell
the
out
day.
of me.
The day I became Mothman.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I remember
was
that
so
story.
funny.
Scared the hell out of me. But yeah, I remember one of the funniest things about a weekend prior, 2 weekends prior, we went to Uptown, just recorded footage for intro.
Yeah, we did the intro. That's like the one that you see at the beginning of the episodes.
Yeah. That was
Kind
fun.
of droopy microphone. Shut the fuck. Yeah, and like that was a really great time. We came in, we did the studio for the first time, and we've never gone back. We've done like 1 or 2 Discord shows.
Yeah, something
because I wasn't available to like be in the studio.
So, yeah, some kind of like, you know.
It was only like 2 or 1, whatever.
Yeah. And I've been like the producer, quote unquote, for the podcast since episode 50.
Yeah,
and that has been
doing a great job.
And when we went to episode 50, our podcast kind of popped off again because people are like, holy shit, they're
in the studio now.
They're taking it seriously now.
Yeah, these boys growing.
And ever since then, like, not knowing what happened prior, but people has given us like compliments here and there since then more frequently than usual. Because like there's people out there that genuinely listen to us now, like every week or whatever we produce an episode.
Yeah, I mean we get 42, 50 views every time we upload a podcast episode now.
And so like I'm the guy now that when people see me, like friends or family or whatever, like, how's the podcast going? Has that happened to you guys yet?
Yeah, when Shaw sees me at work, or when I see Shaw at Target, like he's like, "Oh yeah, how's the podcast going?" Like,
usually when I talk with my brother, he's the one that asks me how the podcast is going and everything. So like it's
it's identity to us now.
My mom talks to me about it all the time.
Yeah.
My mom like,
she's a fan. Yeah.
The funniest thing is when me and your mom have like beef about me cursing. That's the funniest thing.
One of your, I never told this before.
Shout out to
the
you,
first
Rebecca.
time, but one of I don't want to call it a compliment, but one of the best things someone told to me was from your mom.
What?
What she
really?
said, let me find it. I gotta find it.
I think I remember while he finds that. Like the show really became like it started meaning a lot to me, like during the last couple of years that we've been making it. And so, well, I've only been here like around a year. Because episode 50 was the first studio episode. I've been like a year and 6 months.
Well, I had like when we were doing like all the Discord stuff. I remember a couple people saying that like they were like thanking us for like making Drunken Ship, and then ever since I got that compliment, I think it's just really been really ingrained. Like this is a baby, like and you just gotta have to nurse it.
Yeah.
We also did a Yu-Gi-Oh live stream with
I was
literally-
just
The
about to
Master
bring this
Duels,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go
So we did a podcast, and then that was our first giveaway tournament. So
Yeah.
we
got
so
like 30
Master
bucks
Duels
away.
came out, and then we did a tourney, which came out great. Which I also have a little side story for that.
Yeah.
Me and FredX was hammered drunk playing.
Dude, I know.
And we somehow in the tournament we had to duel each other, which is so funny that you put the two drunkest guys against each other. And then after that we went we did the Quincy Anime Con video,
Yeah.
which is like our first like out
It
in
was
the
like our
light.
first live.
Yeah, that
shoot.
was the first time we ever been out like outside of the
Yeah.
studio and just around people. And then we actually had all those cosplayers like come up and do the theme
The
song
theme song.
thing, which is awesome.
I found it. It wasn't on Drunken Ship. It was on my birthday post. She
Yeah.
says, "Happy birthday, Tay." This is from Rebecca, your mother.
Yes, thank you, Tay.
She says, "Happy birthday." He says, "Happy birthday, Tay. It's so happy that you and Jordan crossed paths and became a great friend to him." That really
Hell
means
yeah,
good.
dude.
That's cute.
Yeah, what a
I love
cry
that.
Yeah. So I love that comment,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you.
And I had already been through that journey of like people finding out that you do a podcast and like saying with my other podcast, and so it was really nice to see you guys go through the same thing. That's awesome.
Mhm.
It's just a good fucking feeling to like make something and people like fuck with it.
There's a
Yeah.
guy at my job. He always mentions how he learned from my podcast.
Yeah.
Like, when I mentioned cheeseburgers came from Germany, he always brings this up. He think that's the coolest thing ever. Like, yeah, like you guys are informative and shit.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about, man.
Where are we at now?
So we did the tourney. So we did the Master Duels tourney, which is the
We
first
popped
time
off. It was like 500 views.
because we
It was
gave out.
awesome.
We've actually done 2 cash giveaways. We had something. I remember FredX went in. We had a Steam gift card that we gave away.
I remember that. I
It
don't
was,
remember what it was.
It was like a random. Oh, I
we
think it was
did-
for Stuff for Shot. We did a random drawing.
Yeah,
and
that's what it
we
was.
given
That's what it
away a
was.
Steam gift card, and then we had the cash prize for the Master Duels tourney,
Which was
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah, just
Yes.
throw in some money. Yeah.
which is
awesome.
fucking crazy.
And you know what? I think the video popped off because it's like that's probably one of the earliest tourneys on that game.
It was like literally the first week.
because we came out.
Was it first week or two? Or something like
Yeah.
that?
It was the game came out, and then 2 days later we streamed the tourney.
Yeah, it's like here.
Yeah, it was like something. It was like 3 days or 4 days
Yeah.
later we streamed the tourney.
So it's probably one of the early tourneys on
Yeah.
YouTube.
And then moving up from that was our first like actual live panel. So the first time that we went to Queen City Anime Con in 2021.
2021.
In our
So
August,
they
yeah.
had came back like right after the pandy.
Mm-hmm.
They came back, and it was like a super crowded event, and it was like just dealing with all the logistics of the pandemic. People wanted to get out of the house.
Interacting with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we shot a podcast episode in one of the hallways
Mhm.
at Queen City Anime Con that first year.
Yeah.
I brought my Zoom recorder and 3 microphones, and poor Crockett was like so overstimulated the entire time.
Yeah.
Poor
It was
Jonathan,
awesome.
because
Yeah.
Jonathan was had a whole camera rigged up
It's so
for
funny
us.
looking back on that
Yeah.
episode actually when we were going through that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, so this year we went to Queen City Anime Con
2022.
2022 as panelists.
Now, coming
Yeah.
from like how we started, that's
Mhm.
fucking wild, right?
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
This shot through my head was
Yeah.
I remember it was one of the first episodes that we posted where we showed our faces with a camera on the channel.
Yeah.
Was me and Tay were sitting next to each other like this in one room with one snowball mic
Right in the
in the
middle.
middle between us. You skip like 7 years down the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
We're doing that same show in front of like
People.
an audience of
Yeah.
people.
And we like it's one of those moments where you don't think of that far,
Mhm.
or you like do that in the future or whatever. And
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah, I
You
would
just
have
do it,
never
you just get
guessed.
there.
Yeah, you just never guessed it. Yeah,
That was my first live panel in general.
Mhm.
Also, like I had never had that experience.
Never
either.
done like a podcast in
Never
front
done
of
like
people.
a podcast in front of people. It was
and that was so one of my coworkers, he listens to the show as well. I was telling him about that panel. He was like, you know what? I didn't feel nervous.
Yeah, me neither.
I felt comfortable, not because I'm with you guys, but I just like
We've been doing
We're
this for
doing it.
so
we know
long
how
Yeah.
to talk.
that we're just professionally talking now.
yeah, like I don't mind doing it again. I
Yeah.
was comfortable. I appreciate the people in front of us like having a conversation with us, and they actually complimented us about that. Like,
Yeah.
we weren't just being robots talking what we had to say.
Yeah, we
We
were
was-
engaging with them. We were talking
We were
with
having,
them.
yeah, basically.
That was
That
awesome.
was a nice compliment because
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
because like a lot of people go to those panels and they
Just
don't
sit there and listen.
that it's it's just someone that's like probably like the first time they're like people are probably surprised that was our first panel that we ever done.
Mhm.
I keep saying it. Like I know that when we grow big and we grow big enough to have like a 100-person room or an audience, I still want to schedule like one 25, 30-person audience room just to have that same energy.
That was really nice.
Because I love that. It was great. But yeah, the live action panel, talk about the Toonami thing. A lot of subscribers came from that panel. A lot of our newer subscribers came from that panel. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming to our live show. That was amazing. And hopefully we can, down the road, we can do more of those.
Yeah. And after that, we did like 2 more episodes and took a break, which we just came back from.
Yeah, so that was episode, the Toonami episode was 98.
Yeah.
The live show happened that weekend after
Gotcha,
we recorded 98.
pre-record. Yeah.
98 released, we did 99, and then we took a break.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
And so that 2-week break we just took, we produced, I think, believe 26 videos.
That's
we went
crazy.
Ham
That's
these 2
fucking
weeks.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we all produced content. Not like I want to compliment all of us for doing that.
Yeah, no, it
good
was
fucking
fucking
job.
great.
Like you cut some clips. I did PS Insight.
I did a couple of HBO Max and like the
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk
That was the most we've ever uploaded
Yeah.
in a single time.
And that was the busiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know, like, I care so much about that. I was in fucking Arizona and Tennessee.
Yeah.
I came back from Tennessee, recorded the HBO Max video, and then flew out to Arizona like 2 days later. So I had to like edit it like fucking Monday before I flew out on Tuesday.
And episode 99 is honestly one of my favorite episodes of the show.
Episode
I listened to
99
the
is a great
episode like probably 4 times. And you probably haven't noticed, but like in an episode I critiqued myself about PS Insight.
Yeah.
And after that, you know what? Fuck it. I change it. I do it better. I change my intro style, change the way I talk about PlayStation, change my thumbnails. And you caught on too, like we changed our thumbnail style over the past 2 weeks where we made it more.
It's growth, dude.
More of your face, yeah.
Face and reaction based and text based. So YouTube for the past 2 weeks look different from what we usually do.
Your thumbnail game is fire. I would post a thumbnail because usually what happens is I'm recording a video and I was like, fuck, I gotta make a thumbnail, and I make a thumbnail and it looks like dog shit. And then Tay, like 3 days later, she was like, hey man, I changed your thumbnail and it looks fucking incredible.
Yeah, so like the past 2 weeks has been really fun for YouTube for me.
It's been really awesome. I feel like
I think yesterday we had 4 uploads. I was like, everyone down, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I feel like we've hit a point in our identity where like we know what we are and we know what we want to do. And now we're just polishing that up. Yeah. Now we're just trying to get it to the point where we can do it consistently and well.
And to honor that, because we knew we had to like, that's for the point where it felt like a job to me, because it felt like we got to keep people, drunken shit in people's minds.
Yeah.
Somehow for like 2 weeks. Because 2 weeks, people are just going to.
Almost 3 weeks. I think.
Almost 3 weeks. So you like to constantly be uploading or something.
Stay on the grind.
Stay on the grind. Basically, I can tell we felt like we had to basically stay on the grind, like you got to constantly produce something. So. Mm-hmm.
That's YouTube in a nutshell.
And also, I just want to point out, 2 of the highest viewed videos in the last month came from your fucking Sonic Frontiers. Was I Wrong video, which is a great title for a Sonic Frontiers video. And then your fucking Assassin's Creed.
We're neck and neck.
Reaction,
I think you beat me. I'm looking at it like, oh, don't fucking beat me.
I don't know why that video did
that video crack 800?
Wait, which one?
The AC reaction.
Your Sonic
yours is almost
on 1,000.
No, my PS Insight I'm talking about is my
your PS Insight.
Oh yeah,
That's
gotcha.
Yeah, my PS Insight about the PS showcase.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I also did sorry to cut you off, but did a collab with JTech.
Yeah, how did that go?
That was fun. This type of place. I went on pre-show of his 2 days ago.
I gotta watch that.
Also, guests. We gotta talk about our guests. We've had amazing guests come
right. We had Jonathan come in from Charlotte Gamers Network this year. We had, who else did we have? We had the board of directors, the president, the director, and the assistant to the director
for Animation,
or
not Animation, but Queen City Animicon.
You had a.
We had Vontae. Vontae joined us.
You had one pre before that.
The streamer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm blanking on his name. It was early, like super early.
It's like January last year, December.
Dude,
I missed it.
It's so many videos down. It's so hard. Like we've done so much content.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't listen to us anymore. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't fucking remember you.
Yeah, but
it was me. It was me and Bryan.
That's what we know. When you're busy and shit. Like we just did shit.
Who the fuck was that?
It was.
God, was that before Vontae or after Vontae?
Yeah, pre-Vontae, like months before Vontae.
Because I remember fucking Jonathan. That is hilarious.
The Jonathan and Vontae episodes are fantastic too.
Yeah, they're great episodes. Guesting is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Oh, Kiapu.
Kiapu, that's it.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I still keep in touch with him. We had a lot of good guests. And so that's something that we want to do a lot more of is guesting. We have a great time. We want to bring some of those people back. It's been a crazy year. We did a lot this year.
Dude, we've done so much this year.
We've done a lot. It's been very exciting.
And now we're here.
Now we're here.
100 episodes.
How many times you got left on, Brian? Do you know?
Pardon?
How much time we have left?
We have 30 minutes left.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I booked it to 10:30.
Okay.
Yeah, I extended it. Do we want to do the? We want to do the thing?
Yeah. So
I got chills just then.
do we want to do the thing? So guys, if you've made it to the end here, thank you so much. Drunken Ship. Let me say a couple words for Drunken Ship, and then we'll get into what we've been kind of hinting at here. Yeah. Drunken Ship is mean in the absolute world to me. Like legitimately, this is my identity. I mean, I can't really speak for you guys too, but for me, I mean, this is like my personality. This is just pretty much what my life revolves around a lot of the time. It's something that like it's kind of like how Tay said like before about like PS insight about being his baby. Like this whole thing, dude, just the years of time and effort that we poured into it, and I mean, it means the world to me. So, and you guys just coming here and viewing it and then just sharing it with friends and just being able to talk to us. And there's all the connections that we made through this. It's been an amazing ride. And
yeah, I think one of the things that I don't, yeah, we're here. One of the things that I think I don't take a lot into account is the fact that we've met a crazy amount of people. Like now when we go to an event where like Charlotte Gamers is at, they recognize us, we hang out with them, we talk to them. Jonathan's like a buddy of ours.
That we know that person.
We know that. It's like, hey, there's Jonathan. He's doing some good shit. And he's doing some incredible work in the community. Jonathan is an amazing
he went to Pride, I believe, though.
Right? Yeah, I mean they have an amazing organization. We are tangentially related to that. And that's something to be really proud of. And like all of the content that we've done, all of the friends that we've done in the cosplay community. Like you're in a Discord now with a bunch of the people that we met from last year. The amount of connections that we're able to make because of this show has been fucking stellar. And I love it so much.
It's like someone who is lady.
We got to put a curtain up in here.
Yeah,
there's so many people staring at us.
Someone who's been like an introvert for all his life, most of his life, and to see myself prior to that to like now, like I'm talking to people live or meeting people. I never thought I'd meet like a indie artist like Vontae or something, or Jonathan, or like you guys mentioned the game developer guy. Just talking to people.
It's crazy.
Yeah, just talking. Yeah,
or going to like live events and then being in front of an audience.
Yeah, or I remember we did a vlog. One of my favorite moments was when we did a vlog and just had a skateboarder just chilling with us talking.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Sick.
It was funny. Yeah,
it was great. The amount of like live experience and like learning that I've done, because I knew how to podcast before, but doing it consistently for 50 weeks and doing it every week and balancing it out with everything that's going on every week, that's a huge amount of experience that teaches you a lot. And just hearing people like Kiara and like our friends in the Discord and Frederick just being like, you guys are doing cool shit and I love your content.
Yeah, the quote Bryan here is like, I do cool shit.
That's actually a Kanye West quote. I do dope shit because my life is dope because I do dope shit and I'm dope. Something like that.
Well, we got plenty of compliments over like years or months or whatever. There's people just actually it's really nice. I know we're beating a dead horse with it, but it really means a lot when people compliment something you made and like people appreciate that stuff.
Yeah,
really, it's awesome to experience.
And to start, I mean, this is this thing about like just where we started to where we're at now. It's like I never thought we'd be in like a studio room
because we took a break for 3-4 years and we're just like, hey, let's bring it back.
Yeah,
and
let's do it right. Let's do it. You know, let's like actually put our heart and soul down into it, and then.
And that's what I think it comes down to. I think it comes down to like a need and a want to see it succeed.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you kind of have to be obsessive about it. And I think that we're like just the right shade of obsessive to like make the show work.
And people see that in us too. People are seeing us grow steadily, and they want to see us reach that moment where we want to as well. Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah.
We're very excited. But leading up to that,
ladies and germs. Let's just do it on 3. So this is the last episode of Drunken Ship. That might be a shock to some of you guys, but that's not the end of Drunken Ship because we're moving forward to the next level now. So
we're evolving, baby.
This is going to be we're going to rebrand.
Yep.
We're going into the next level for Drunken Ship and hopefully climb higher heights. And the name of that will be, you guys want to do it on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Head cannon, baby.
And then drop the logo.
Yeah. So we should got some time, right?
Yeah. We got.
So yes, we spent literally a year or some change, right?
It's been about a year and a half to come up to iron everything out. So this has been coming for a long, long time, and it's definitely not been just a random thought in our heads.
In fact, I got
to change everything over.
I got a video of me recording us. You guys don't know about.
Oh shit!
I got not us, but me talking about day we officially made a point like, hey, we're gonna be headcanon. So I'm gonna upload that whenever we transition.
We do the rebrand.
I made a little time capsule video.
That's fucking awesome.
So we can look back on. It's just me talking about what we did that day and.
Yeah,
that's really cute.
I love that so much.
Yeah. I've been having my phone for months. Ready to upload.
So this is going to be the last piece of video that we will be fully known as Drunken Ship.
Yeah.
Drunken Ship, the name, it's done us a lot of good. It's been amazing. But I think we outgrew the name Drunken Ship a little bit. And I think the identity, while it's still there at the core, and we're still going to be making a lot of the same content, we wanted to polish up. And we wanted to look like the content that we want to make and be and sort of fit in the space a little bit more.
And prior,
smoothly.
I'm not sure if Jordan remember, but it's like, we were having the early days of discussion about we need to rebrand.
Yeah.
We was on Discord, and I remember you locked out, and me, Jordan was still on. And I was like, I remember telling Jordan, and he agreed. I'm sure you remember this. Like, damn, we gotta rebrand because Drunken Ship mean a lot to me and you.
Yeah.
And we but we knew we had to understand like, hey, this is how you grow.
Well, it's just like anything. Like we started off with just one microphone, and then we went to Discord, and then we go into a studio, and then like our equipment changed and our editing styles and all that tactics, and now it's just come to the point where Drunken Ship is like a baby, but we kind of need it to grow up a little bit into a teenager.
Yeah, I say the same thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, Drunken Ship means the world to us, but, I think for where we want to be at in a higher standard to give you guys a higher quality of things, I think this is just kind of like a new...
It just makes sense.
Yeah, it just makes sense. It's new coat of paint.
Don't get it wrong though. Drunken Ship is still ingrained into headcanon, like some way. Like that.
It's always going to be there.
It's always going to be there, and I will.
Our DNA is not changing. I mean, if you look 6 years ago, we're still the same people we are now. So,
so as this video be published, we will be headcanon. Like everything changed, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So what I'm going to do is every Drunken Ship content would be in its own playlist, the revamped version and classic 2016 version.
we have three
eras.
game modes. We have classic, the revamp, and the headcanon.
So that still would be there. That's still part of our podcasting history, and I won't delete that stuff. So that'll still be there.
Yeah, that will always be there. You guys have been such an incredible amount of support, and we wanna keep those moments for you. And also, it's important to keep those because it's the history.
Yeah.
And we've done.
Yeah, I mean, look at episode 100. We just went back through every episode, and then it was like, holy shit, we're still the same.
You learn a lot about yourself learning from the history, and I think Drunken Ship will forever play a huge part for my regaining of confidence post college, for being a creative outlet, and for giving me the confidence to sit down in front of a camera and just talk about something that I care about for 10, 15 minutes at a time. That's fucking hard to do. And I will forever thank Drunken Ship for that. And I will forever thank all of you guys for tuning in and watching and giving us the views and giving us the time of day that it takes to listen to a whole podcast. Yeah. It's amazing.
We literally the entire year you guys listen to Drunken Ship, we've been planning headcanon.
Yeah, in the back of the scenes.
Back of the
Since
scenes.
actually, I can tell you when we started planning the
Since you made
Renaissance.
that folder headcanon.
Since Animazement 2021,
Queen
or
City
not
Anime
Queen.
Con.
I keep calling it
Yeah.
Animazement.
Queen City
Queen City Anime Con 2021 is the sense that was like. I remember it was right around then. That's when
Yeah.
we were having Discord meetings about changing the name.
So it's been like a year and some few changes.
And additionally, I want to thank our friend Sage. You have seen the logo already. We revealed the logo. Sage Cofield, who I've been friends with since high school, essentially came in as a graphic designer.
Yeah.
And revamped the whole situation. I mean,
even had like moments. We after we record a show, sometimes we went to the coffee shop next door and literally sat down for a good hour or two.
And just talked it out.
Talk it out.
This is the banner, right here.
Yes, for now.
Do you want me to go
I think
ahead and throw that up there?
Yeah.
Give you guys a little sample here.
Little situation.
That can actually,
Um,
maybe not. Maybe I can't bring this up.
What's up?
You'll be all right.
I have to download it, but yeah.
It's been a great deal of work to get to the point where we're at, where we can switch now to headcanon. Sage, thank you so much for doing all of the
Much
graphics.
Sage. Awesome.
Yeah, our one crew member that's not in the show, like physically on the mic, but we actually have some people like, not on the. Oh my god, I can't even get it.
They're not on payroll, but eventually is your shit frozen? There you go.
It's like, I don't
Do it.
Let's see if I can pull this up.
But yeah, Sage, thank you
There
so
we
much.
go.
You did hey.
Look at that. That looks awesome on
Look at
screen.
that.
Awesome. Yeah.
There it is.
There's the headcanon. That's the new logo.
That's the new
Not the
logo.
colors for the logo, but the new logo.
Yeah.
Should plan that out better, but
No, it's just to get what we are.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, we're the same heart and spirit of Drunken Ship, just kind of like in a
Matured
new
little
shell.
bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit sense of maturity.
Season 2, if you will.
We're very excited.
Yeah.
We're very excited about where we're going, about the work that we're putting in, and we hope that you join us for the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to everyone that subbed over the last year, everyone that stuck around. We genuinely really appreciate it. It's meant the world to us.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, I'm super excited for what's to come now. Is like it's like getting a new microphone, new piece of equipment. This
All
is just
over
a new
again.
vehicle for us to keep pushing up,
Yeah.
and hopefully we can just keep going higher and higher until.
I've been wanting to say
don't
this
know.
so much for a very long time too. 'Cause people ask me about the podcast, and like we've been planning this entire time. Like
Yeah, a whole
we're-
year,
yeah.
like a year and a half of just planning. It's been absolutely insane, keeping people in the dark.
Yeah.
But
And so,
finally,
for everyone that messaged me on Instagram saying "final episode?"
Yeah,
this
solo.
is the answer to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been amazing. It's going to continue being amazing, and we are going to be headcanon from this point forward.
This point forward.
And,
So,
guys,
where
can they find you at?
Where can they find you, Bryan?
you can find me on Twitter at Bryan Archilla and on Twitch.tv at Bryan Brownie.
find me at cyber_Clemeny on Twitter.
You can find me at Twitter _Tinfinite. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Drunken Ship Podcast.
Signing off. Stay gold.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.